If you're watching this, you're probably not here for entertainment. You're here because water security is on your mind, and Joseph's Well caught your attention. Maybe you've seen the claims, maybe you've read the story, maybe you're just wondering if this is something practical you can actually use, or just another survival product wrapped in a powerful message. So let's break this down clearly and simply. Joseph's Well is a DIY blueprint system that shows you how to build a small-scale atmospheric water generator using accessible components. The core promise is straightforward. Create your own drinkable water by pulling moisture from the air, without drilling wells, without relying entirely on municipal supply, and without spending thousands on commercial machines. That's the main idea. And like any DIY system, results depend on execution, environment, and setup. But the principle itself, it's not science fiction, it's condensation, the same concept dehumidifiers use, applied intentionally for water collection. Now, why does this resonate with so many people right now? Because water is one of the few things you can't negotiate with. You can cut subscriptions, you can delay purchases, you can adapt your lifestyle. But if your water source becomes unreliable, whether from drought, infrastructure issues, contamination, or emergencies, you feel it immediately. And that's the emotional core behind Joseph's Well. It's not about fear, it's about control. It's about not being 100% dependent on a single fragile system. Joseph's Well positions itself as a practical alternative to expensive commercial atmospheric water generators that can cost anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. Instead of buying a finished industrial unit, you get step-by-step video instructions, blueprints, materials lists, and guidance to build a simplified version yourself for under $150 in parts. That price difference alone is what makes most people pause and look closer, because let's be honest, if you've already researched atmospheric water generators, you've seen the commercial options. They're powerful, but they're expensive, heavy, and not always accessible during supply chain disruptions. Joseph's Well takes a different approach: low initial cost, common materials, beginner-friendly instructions, and the option to run it on-grid or using a small solar setup. That's the technical mechanism in plain English. It uses condensation coils to pull humidity from the air. The moisture collects, runs through filtration, and is stored for use. Output depends heavily on climate. Higher humidity equals higher yield, but the system is designed for supplemental household water, not industrial-scale production. So let's address the obvious questions quickly. Is this a scam? It's a digital DIY guide sold through ClickBank, which is a large third-party retailer. You're purchasing instructions and plans, not a physical machine shipped to your door. As long as you understand that upfront, the offer is transparent. Does it really work? The physics behind atmospheric water generation absolutely works. The effectiveness of your build will depend on following the instructions properly and your local humidity levels. Is it complicated? If you can follow video instructions and handle basic tools, it's positioned as beginner accessible. It's not plug and play, but it's also not advanced engineering. Now let's talk advantages, because this is where the decision usually becomes clearer. Compared to drilling a new well, the cost difference is massive. Compared to commercial atmospheric generators, you're saving thousands. Compared to relying only on bottled water storage, you're generating fresh supply continuously. Low barrier to entry, immediate digital access, personal control. And that control is the real value here. Imagine this for a second. It's a Saturday morning. You've sourced the parts locally. You're in your garage assembling the unit step by step, with the video guide playing nearby. A few hours later, you plug it in. The fan kicks on. Condensation begins forming on the coils. Later that day, you collect your first batch of water. Now you're not replacing your main supply. You're supplementing it. You've added a layer of independence. That shift alone changes how you think. Joseph's Well also includes bonus guides covering water storage, purification methods, and general water safety education. For someone already researching preparedness or off-grid resilience, that bundle makes practical sense. The program currently sells for a one-time payment of $67, which includes the blueprints, video walkthrough, materials list, and support access. That's significantly lower risk than most preparedness equipment purchases. And there's a 60-day refund policy through ClickBank, which reduces hesitation if you're unsure. Now, here's the key point. Joseph's Well is not magic. It's not infinite water and zero humidity. It's not a replacement for common sense. It's a DIY atmospheric water system blueprint designed to reduce dependence and increase preparedness at a low upfront cost. If you're already researching water independence solutions, that positioning probably makes sense to you. If you're looking for a fully automated industrial generator delivered to your door, this isn't that. But if you want something affordable, buildable, and immediately accessible without spending thousands, it fits that profile. And that's really what this decision comes down to. Cost versus control, dependence versus redundancy, high upfront investment versus small scale, personal build. If you're already researching Joseph's Well and want to examine the full details directly, you can find the official access page in the description below. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.